Hello students, today we go for discussing the last mathematical concept as far as your BRM is concerned, which is nothing but the regression. What do you mean by regression? Strictly speaking, regression is nothing but stepping back. Stepping back, isn't it? So, what is the opposite word for the regression? As you know in the English, progression. Progression, isn't it? But here, the regression means stepping back towards to its average. What is that? The towards to its average value. Towards to its average value. Understand? Why? Because in olden days, what happened? One experiment was conducted. What is that? Different families are concerned, and the heights of these family members were compared for 3 generations. Let us suppose that the family 1, isn't it? Now, let us take one more example, family 2. In the family 1, let us suppose that here the grandfather height is, let us suppose that 1.72 meters. Same way, the grandfather height in the family, this is family 1, this is family 2. Let us suppose that the grandfather height is some 170 meters, 1.70 meters. Understand? Now, same way in the same family, the grandfather, the next generation is nothing but the son. The son's height, let us suppose that here 1.73 meters. In the family 2 also, if we take the son's height is, let us suppose that 1.71 meters. Understand? So what is happening here? From grandfather to his son, the height has been increasing. Let us compare the 3rd generation. What is that? The grandson height. So if you see the tendency in the first family and as well as the second family, in the previous 2 generations, what had happened? The increment in the height. By looking at these numerical values, anyone can predict that in the 3rd generation also there will be increment in the heights. But quite opposite to that, the values were, let us suppose that 1.69 meters, but here the values are 1.67 meters. What do you mean by that here? Up to this, the height was increased, but suddenly in the next generation, the height was in a reversed manner, decreased manner, stepping back towards to what to call its average. That is why this wonderful definition was given by Sir Francis Galton. What is the name? Sir Francis Galton. So who will be considered as what to called the developer of this regression methods? Who was the developer of the regression methods, or else who was the father of the regression methods? You can say Sir Francis Galton, scientist name. That's why regression means stepping back towards to its average value. Understand? Strictly speaking, regression is decrement, which is opposite to the progression. But if you compare the regression with that of what you call the correlation, the regression measures what you call the average relationship, between the variables x comma y. But whereas The correlation measures only the direction and what you called degree of the relation. And the degree of the relation, that's all. Comparatively, direction and degree of the relation, through the regression methods, you are going to identify actual value of that relation, actual quantification of the relation. Hence, the regression methods are more advanced methods comparatively with that of what you call the correlation. Getting my point? But remember that to understand the regression, what is required? The calculation of the correlation is also essentially required. So when you are discussing the regression methods, there are so many what to call types are there, like simple regression is there and multiple regression is there. Okay, linear regression is there, non-linear regression is there. When do you say regression is simple regression? Whenever the regression has been defined between only two variables x comma y. If the regression has been defined more than two variables x, y, z, p, q, like the different variables, what you call that the multiple regression. When do you say the regression is of linear type? Whenever if you draw the regression information on the graph, if you get approximately a straight line like this, linearity means straight line, then you call the regression between the variables is linear regression. So to that, if you get the regression in a what to call a curved shape like this, what to call this non-linear or curvilinear regression. So these are variety types of what to call the regression. Simple regression, multiple regression, linear regression, non-linear regression. Okay. Now, after understanding the regression, it's nothing but stepping back towards its average, and also the relationship between regression and correlation. I mean to say regression is useful. Regression gives the average relationship between the variables, whereas a correlation gives only direction and degree. Now, we need to discuss the very important methods under the regression, nothing but the two lines of regression. The two lines of regression. Or else what to call the linear regression. What is the one more name? The linear regression. The linear regression or else the two lines of regression is just like our 10th class coordinate geometry. So as you all know that according to the 10th class coordinate geometry information, what is the standard form of the straight line? Nothing but y is equal to mx plus c. You know very well. Just recall the 10th class mathematics, where y is called the dependent variable, x is called the independent variable. So m is called the slope and c is called the constant. Same way here also, there are two lines of regressions are there. The first line of regression, which is just like our straight line standard form, which is called the regression line of y on x. Why you call this y on x, I will explain. That means y is going to be the dependent variable and x is going to be the independent variable. And one more line you call that regression line. Regression line of what you called x on y. So regression, what is this? Regression line of y on x. Now here the regression line of x on y. So what is the form? Quite opposite to this here. So which is nothing but what? X will be the dependent variable. Y is going to be the independent variable. Getting my point? Then what is the formula for regression line of y on x? Which is nothing but y minus y bar. That is equal to b by x, x minus x bar. This is line 1. I am putting equation number. First standard equation. Then what do you mean by regression line of x on y? So quite opposite here. So what do you get now? X minus x bar. That is equal to b x y. Okay. Y minus y bar. So this is called the regression line. To what do you call the regression line of x on y? What do you call this? The regression line of y on x. Now carefully observe, the y bar is nothing but the mean of all the y observations. X bar is nothing but the mean of all the x observations. Summation xi by n. Here the summation yi by n. Same here, x bar means mean of all the x observations. Y bar means the mean of all y observations. You know very well. The very important part of these two lines are these two information. What to call this? The regression line of y on x. So the regression, what to call this? The regression coefficient. The regression coefficient of y on x. So how do you denote that? B below x, above that what is there? Y is there. That's why y is on the x. You should not write this information as a straight line. First b, next suffix y, next suffix is going to be the x. Same way, the regression coefficient of x on y is denoted by b xy. So remember that to find out these two regression lines, the first thing you need to calculate is these two regression coefficients. So what do you call that? byx, bxy, the regression coefficients. One is called the regression coefficient of y on x. One more is called the regression coefficient of x on y. How to calculate? Remember that just like our correlation coefficient formula, here also you are going to get three formulae for calculation of the regression coefficient. What is the first form? So which is nothing but the deviation form. So according to that, the byx is nothing but sigma capital Xi into capital Yi whole divided by, so what is that? Whatever information is there, with that information, under that you are going to divide. So what is that below term x? So you are going to divide with capital X square, sigma Xi square. This is called the first formula for the regression coefficient of y on x. What to call this? Deviation formula. Same way, the one more formula, summation formula. According to that, what is the formula is going to be? Sigma xi into yi minus sigma xi square, sigma xi into yi minus sigma xi into sigma yi whole divided by n whole divided by, below is what term only? X is there only, we divide with the x term. So now what is the x term is going to be here? The x term is sigma xi square minus sigma xi whole square outside n. So what to call this? This is called the summation formula. Okay. Now we are going to discuss the third form of what we called the regression coefficient of y on x. What is that? The change of origin and scale. Remember that in the regression coefficient only change of origin is possible. Change of origin is possible, but not the what do you call change of scale. Now here the change of origin formula is going to be sigma uy vi minus sigma uy into sigma vi whole divided by n whole divided by, so what is that? X term. So x term will be converted into what we call uy term. So sigma uy square minus sigma uy whole square outside n. So what are the changed origin form actually? That is uy you are going to get by converting xi. That means from xi variables you are subtracting a constant, change of origin only. Same way vi you are going to get by subtracting what you call from y variable a constant b. So just like that, what are the regression coefficient formulae for what you call x on y? So what is the notation? B, x will be what you call above y. So what is the deviation formula is going to be? The first form, that is bxy is equal to sigma capital xi into capital yi whole divided by up to this correlation formula only. But what is the difference? Whatever term below this, that term only we are going to get without root. So what you get here? Sigma capital yi square. So this is the first form. The next one is the summation form. How do you get here? Just like correlation coefficient, whole denominator will be as it is, sigma xi yi minus sigma xi into sigma yi whole divided by n whole divided by, again only y term you get here, so without root. So what you get here? Sigma yi square minus sigma yi whole square outside n. This is the second form. What is the third form is going to be? So I already told you, in the regression coefficients only change of origin is possible according to the property. You should not change the scale. If you change the scale, you will get the wrong answers. Okay. So what is the change of origin form you are going to get here? uy vi sigma minus sigma uy into sigma vi by n whole divided by, so y term converted into vi. So what you get here? Sigma vi square minus sigma vi whole square outside n. So here what are the conversion formula? So uy you are going to get by what you called xi minus a. So vi you are going to get by means of ya minus b. Okay, very very important gunshot question. Fit two regression lines for the following data. Simply what you need to write the two regression lines formula, immediately calculate the two regression coefficients, substitute, and you get the answer. And now you are going to understand the properties of two regression coefficients. First property, what is that? The correlation coefficient is the geometric mean of the two regression coefficients. Very very important property this. What is that? The correlation coefficient is the geometric mean of the two regression coefficients. What do you mean by that? The r is equal to plus or minus square root of byx into bxy. This is the formula. So in the problems, calculate two regression lines and also calculate R, means correlation coefficient means. Again you need not to use our big formula. Simply by multiplying two regression coefficients and taking the square root, and you will get R value. That's why this property is very, very important. It's just like a formula. Don't use that what you call the bigger formula what I explained in the correlation concept. Especially in the regression lines fitting, if you want to calculate R value also, this is the only method. If you follow that method, you will get correct answer, but time waste would be there. The next very, very important property of the two regression coefficients is the regression coefficients are change of origin, independent of change of origin. Change of origin, but not scale. But not scale. What do you mean by that? So, if you want to calculate byx, bxy, go for subtracting a constant from the variables. Then you will get correct answers. But when you go for dividing the observation by means of a value, what do you mean by that? If you go for changing the scale, you are going to get the wrong answers. So that is the one more very, very important property of the regression coefficients. Okay. So this formula you need to remember. Okay. So one more very, very important point here. So after calculating two regression coefficients and by taking the product and square root, and what sign you are going to give for R? So what I suggest you, in these two regression coefficients, in front of the larger value, whichever sign is there, that sign you have to put as the R sign. Okay. Now you go for looking at a model problem. So this is what regression. Two lines of regression. Two regression coefficients. One is byx and bxy. How to remember the formula? All are just like our correlation coefficient formula only. Only thing is in the denominator term is going to change without root. Whatever below term is there, the term divisor only you are going to get. Okay. Now let us see a problem. Now see the question. Construct regression lines from the following data. Calculate R and also estimate price of the items when the demand is 72 items. So here we need to calculate two regression lines. One is the first standard form y on x and one more is x on y. And also we need to calculate the R. So what's the formula we are going to use? Not direct R formula, but the multiplication and taking the root of two regression coefficients. And also we need to estimate what you call demand for 72 items. That means the regression coefficient is useful even for forecasting the items also. Understand? Now this is the data. What is that? The price and demand. Now whenever the information is like this, the first confusion arises. Which variable we need to consider as the x, which variable we need to consider as the y. Simple technique is here. We need to apply our logic. So always remember that the independent variable we generally represent by means of xi. Dependent variable we generally represent by means of yi. If directly we had given, no problem. But sometimes they give the words like this. Then yourself, by using your logic, you need to, give the correct sign. Now here, the price and demand. Now logically you think the price is going to depend on the demand, or demand is going to depend on the price. That means which is the most important variable? That is the independent variable. That means the first thing, when you manufacture something, you fix up the price. After that you go for, when you have the sales in the market, understanding about the demand. The first thing you are going to think about the price. That means logically, if you compare these two variables, the first thing comes into your mind is nothing but the price. Hence, we are going to represent the price as xi. Again, the demand is going to be the yi. That means the price is the independent variable and demand is the dependent variable. Getting my point? That is very, very important point. Next, as usual, we write down the formula and we open up the calculation table. We go for fitting two regression lines and we estimate, we calculate R. This is very, very important point here. So, what is that? Let price variable represented by xi and demand is represented by yi. If they had given before itself, here xi and yi, no confusion arises. But if only information has been provided, you need to think logically, you need to name the variables like this. Now we write down the two regression lines formula. What is that? The two lines of regression. One is the regression line of y and x. Always remember that the standard form is y and x. Y is equal to something. That only you need to write first. So what is that formula? Y minus y bar is equal to byx, x minus x bar. Okay. Now, so where byx is known as the regression coefficient of y and x because y is above x. Then how to calculate that? I gave you three forms. One is deviation form, one is summation form, one is change of origin and scale form. I always advise you go for calculating regression coefficient by means of deviation form. That means capital Xi is equal to small xi minus x bar. Capital Ya is nothing but small ya minus y bar. Okay. So byx is nothing but regression coefficient of y and x. So what formula we are going to use? Sigma capital Xi into capital Ya by sigma capital Xi square. So how do we get capital Xi? Small xi minus x bar. What do you mean x bar? Summation xi by n. Capital Ya is equal to Ya minus y bar. Summation Ya by n. You will get y bar. So these are x bar formula, y bar formula. So that is all about regression line of y and x. Now next we go for regression line of x and y and their formula. Now check here the regression line of x and y. That means x is going to be the before the is equal to left hand side. That means x is going to be dependent variable and y information is going to be independent variable. So x minus x bar is equal to bxy, y minus y bar, where bxy is called regression coefficient of x and y. So what is the formula? Deviation formula. Sigma xi into y. So below what term is there? Y is there. Hence we are going to divide with y term without root. Sigma ya square. Okay. And also in the question they ask for correlation coefficient also. You should not calculate by using our standard formula. That formula can be used whenever only calculation of correlation has been asked. But here the calculation of correlation coefficient included in the regression lines. Hence the advice is use this formula. What is that? R of x comma y is equal to plus or minus square root of byx into bxy. Okay. Now let us go for calculation table. How do we get? So this is the calculation table. So this x is nothing but price information, yi demand information, capital Xi, capital Ya, capital Xi into capital Ya, xi square capital Ya square. All the totals I am going to get. Whether capital Xi values, Ya values are correct or not. How do you check? You should get those totals as zeros. Otherwise there is a mistake in these values. Further, this value is not useful, but intermittently how to check whether the calculated information is correct or not. This is the technique. Always sum of the deviations of the values from its mean is 0. It's a statistical law. Now we go for calculation of the regression coefficients, byx and bxy. So this is x bar, y bar, 31.7, 48.3, know how to calculate. So byx, capital Xi by A by sigma capital Xi square. So what is that? You got the negative, hence minus 1.804. So bxy minus 0.493. So we got now byx and bxy. Now immediately we go for writing the two regression lines. Now one is the regression line of y on x. So wrote the formula, substitution y minus 48.3, byx value previously we calculated, substituted x minus x bar. Remember that while calculating regression line of y on x, we have to get the answer as y is equal to something after simplification. Same way, to calculate regression line of x on y, we need to get x is equal to something. That means only y value should be on the left hand side in this form. Only x value should be left hand side in this vertical regression line of y on x. All other terms we send to RHS side. That's why what we did here, y minus 48.3 something here. So before that I took the product and this constant, by sending this side it becomes positive, and by simplification you get the last form like this. So y is equal to something. If you put in any other form, that will be wrong answer. So regression line of y on x means only y on the left hand side and all other information should be on the right hand side. Same way the regression line of x on y means x is equal to, every term should be on the RHS side. So I simplified and now we got the two regression lines. These are the two answers. Now very important. Karl-Pearson's coefficient of correlation. What is the R formula? Plus or minus square root of byx into bxy. I took the product. Now I already told you in the theory while discussing, you should put that sign in front of the value for which actually the larger quantity is there. So if you see here, by not considering the sign, 1.804, 0.493, 1.804 is the larger value. What is the sign here? Minus. That sign I am putting here. Remember that in the regression coefficients, you should not take the product of the signs. It is a principle. Okay. So if you say minus into minus plus, that means answer is 0.94307. It's wrong answer. This logic is very, very important. You should put that sign in front of the answer actually which represents the larger value. So in these two values, the big value is 1.804. Hence, in front of that, what is the sign? Minus is there. That I am putting. Still, if you are confusing, what I suggest to you, whether to put plus or minus in front of the answer, okay? Simply write the answer. You put both the answers, plus or minus. The evaluator itself, considers the correct answer. If you know exactly, you put that sign, or else put plus or minus. Don't confuse here. So what is this calculation of Karl-Pearson's coefficient of correlation? So till now, how many answers we covered? Two regression lines we covered, and also Karl-Pearson's coefficient of correlation. Now we are going to estimate what is that value. How to estimate that? Now here, how to estimate the values? Now actually the question is, when the demand is for 72 items, what is the price? Isn't it? That means the demand is given for 72 items. We need to calculate the price. So demand is given means what is the meaning of that? Y information is provided. And what we need to calculate? We need to calculate X information. Remember that when you go for estimation, we can use Y on X line or else X on Y line. But which one is appropriate? That is most important. The appropriate line is that one in which the information whatever you want, that should be as a dependent variable. That variable should be existing as a left hand side variable to the is equal to. So what do we require here? We required xi information. Now xi is going to be dependent, is in the regression line of 1 or is in the regression line of 2? That is regression line 2. So what is the regression line 2? Which is nothing but what? X is equal to something. That is x minus x bar is equal to b by x, y minus y bar. So in that line, the x is going to be the dependent variable. Hence, we are going to use here line 2 for the estimation of the price. That logic is very, very important. So in front of R, what sign we need to use? That logic. Now here to estimate what line we have to use, that logic. And also in the beginning of the problem, which variable is going to be xi, which variable is going to be ya. That point. These 3 points are very, very important. Okay. Now see here. To estimate the price when the demand is 72 items, we use regression line 2. Why? Because the regression line 2, what do we find? X as the dependent variable before is equal to. Okay. So regression line of x on y. So what is the answer we got? X is equal to minus 0.493y plus 55.1. So you already know the y value. Put in the y value. So what is the price? X is equal to 20.01. If you use the first line, you will get wrong estimation information. Understand? That's why these logics are very, very important. Now what are the answers? Now conclusion. The first bit is the 2 lines of regression. You need to write complete answer like this. The second bit is the correlation coefficient minus 0.0943. Y minus the reason you know very well, or else you can put plus or minus. The third one, when the demand exists for 72 items, the price should be approximately 20.01 rupees, lakhs, whatever may be. Okay. So this is what the fitting of the regression lines. Right. So this is what actually till now what we discussed, definition of the regression. Okay. Statistical method which helps to estimate, predict the unknown value of one variable from the known value of the related variable is called a regression. Or else regression means stepping back towards its average. Simple definition. So many types of regressions are there: simple regression, multiple regression, linear regression, non-linear regression, or else curvilinear regression. The 2 lines of regression, the 2 variables of a bivariate distribution are correlated. The points in the scatter diagram will cluster around a curve. If the curve is straight line, it is called a line of regression. So for 2 variables, there are 2 lines of regression. One is regression line of y on x and regression line of x on y. So these are the equations, regression equation. The regression equation may be regarded as the expression for estimating the dependent variable from independent variable. Since there are 2 regression lines, there are 2 regression equations. So one is regression equation of y on x, or the regression line of y on x. Y minus y bar is equal to byx x minus x bar. So where byx is equal to r sigma y by sigma x. So this is the theoretical formula. R into sigma y by sigma x. So regression coefficient of y on x. But practically what are the formula we are going to use? I am going to give now. Next one, the regression equation of x on y. X minus x bar is equal to bxy, y minus y bar. Where bxy, what is the theoretical formula? So if x is above, that's why standard deviation of x is going to be above by standard deviation of y is going to be below. R into sigma x by sigma y. So regression coefficient of x on y. So what are the properties we discussed? The correlation coefficient is the geometric mean of the regression coefficient. So R is equal to square root of byx into bxy. So always I am using byx because that is a standard form. Okay, so this is the formula. So by using this theoretical formula, so what I am getting here? R. So simplification. So what is that? The terms are going to be getting cancelled. R square under root, square root gets cancels. So again what you get, R value you are going to get. Simple proofs that is not required. But remember this formula. The regression coefficients are independent of change of origin but not scale. I explained. So these are the actual formulae you need to by heart. I already told you these are all just like our correlation formula. See, byx is equal to r into sigma y by sigma x, theory formula. For this, how do you get r formula? This is r formula. Standard deviation of y formula, standard deviation of x formula. Okay. But these are all bigger formulae. The best one is directly to calculate the byx, use this deviation form. So whatever y is there, so with y term only you are going to divide without root. Byx is this, bxy is this, byx is this. Okay. That is formula 1 for calculation. Only y term without root, divisor. All numerators are just like our correlation formula. This is only change of origin. That's why here what is there? Only change of origin is there. You should not apply the scale because the property is not satisfied. Hence, what is the note? While calculating regression coefficients, go for changing of origin only but not scale. Understood? Okay. So this ends your regression concept. Okay. Thank you so much.